How's it going, everyone? So you know what we're going to be talking about? We're going to be talking about CTRM. This was requested from one of my subscribers, and he's just like, hey man, let's do an update. I think it's been a bit. So I'm like, you know what? Yes, we've had a big time pullback correction in the market, and you know what? Things have changed. So we're going to be doing the technical analysis, and I'll be giving you guys my final thoughts afterwards. All right, so we're going to be doing the technical analysis for CTRM. What we have in front of us right now is the 5-day, 5-minute chart. The reason why I have this chart up because I want you guys to really take quick notice to this. It's also been requested for me to cover this as well. And also I know CTRN ended up hitting a big time nice dip. I call it a nice dip because it's great for anyone who wants to add to their position, or they're just looking for an opportunity to actually ride a stock that I feel like has some upside, especially when it hit that low of 65 cents, all right? So as we take a look at the 5-day, 5-minute, we see it's a very sharp downtrend, but hey, that's to be expected considering how the market was, right? So now that we got that out the way and we got that covered, because I know a lot of people were nervous telling me how volatile it was and do I think it's going to come back up? Like what's going on? Should I sell? So that's to kind of give you an idea. Hey, the market wasn't in the best behavior. We could call it that. So one of the things we need to look at are what are some new entry points as far as, hey, if you're trying to dollar cost average, or you're just trying to, hey, you know what, be able to catch an uptrend or maybe catch an area of as far as an entry. So we could see right here, this is the pre-market that we have on the Friday. There was an area of support here right at 70 cents. It did a great job holding this area down all the way from 430 going in right into the open. And that's one of the things we wanted to look out for. So what we do know, it ended up having a strong move, very strong move going up to 84 cents. And then having that sharp sell-off where it went down right here at 65 cents, hitting that support. So one of the things I want to tell you, if you end up seeing this opportunity on Monday and so forth, this is a great area to consider buying. Because if we take a look here at the RSI, it's literally sitting at 30.29. So this is actually a good entry. At 11:30, ended up getting up to 78 cents, going up a whole 13 cents. But we noticed for a little bit, ended up becoming a resistance area. But also if we look at the market as a whole, especially on from where you see here, the market just literally started running back up. So you'll see this with a lot of other stocks where they made strong moves all the way going into the close. So CTRM was literally following along with how the market was doing, especially with the NASDAQ, very similar move, even with the other indexes, and ended up doing this. So when it ended up hitting this resistance area and coming back down, we saw like looks like it built some support here around 74. Ended up moving up and then going to the close, we could see right here. And then in after hours, finishing the day at around 80 cents. Some would call it 81 cents, right? So one of the things I'm looking for next week is seeing how well CTRM could hold down this particular area of support. Because we saw it was an area of support right here around 335, right? That's no stranger. Look at that 80 cents, and it held it all the way going into after hours. But one of the things I wanted to show you guys is we've seen in the past that, you know what, CTRM is familiar with this particular range. Let's take a look at this. As we go up, we just want to see CTRM pass these areas, right? The 80s, the 82s, the 84s, and so forth, and going forward. So if the markets end up being green next week and things are kind of going back to normal and so forth, then I do see CTRM literally getting back into the 90-cent range and testing $1. If things still look kind of sideways, then I would definitely take your time. Be patient about this. Do the dollar cost averaging like I was saying before, because that will help you out tremendously when it comes to this particular stock. One of the things we want to look out for, and I want to show you guys, let's take a look at the 1 month, 1 hour chart. So if we look at the 1 month, 1 hour chart, we've seen there is a high of $1.95. And if we go over here, we can see currently it closed at around 80 cents. So I want you to see that, you know what, there's still enough room for a significant room in regards to upside. We could see we have a lot of support areas that we need to reclaim. So what I would say and what I'm looking for is definitely coming on the Monday. I would love to see CTRM around 92. past 90, because I know if it passes around 92 cents, we can start seeing 93, 94, 95. So that's what we need to look forward to. If it ends up breaking 80, we already know that the potential in regards to where it can go is around 65 cents. So always be aware of that. So that's why I say do not put one whole large lump sum because it's at 80 cents. When there's a potential chance you could end up getting it at 65. And if the market pulls back even heavier, you may be able to get it even at 60. Why I'm doing this, because I want you guys to get a good idea of what has happened and why I use particular indicators. So for certain stocks, the 3-month chart can be helpful. With some of the indicators you use, the 1 month, 30, it all depends. Like it's looking at as far as the trends and how it's been moving. So we could see here from January the 11th, CTRM has done a good job staying above that 21-day EMA. But now we could see it broke through it, of course, with everything going on in the market. And now you see it literally touching on the simple moving average, which is the 50-day that we have here selected. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing CTRM start making that move up, as you can see by this green candle. If this area breaks, like I said, just be prepared. The next areas of support that we're looking at here, 60. If 60 breaks, then be prepared for 50. And if 50 breaks, then definitely be prepared for 40 and have some money on the side if you want to add or if you're considering this as a position. Because like I said, I do believe it can recover. But with the uncertainty that is going on, I just want you guys to be prepared and just not be surprised if you see certain prices and so forth. Because we've already done a lot of background information. We've covered all the latest updates. So we know what CTRM is actually capable of. So for my final thoughts, as far as CTRM is concerned, in the particular range where it's trading, especially in that 80 cent range, and even when it made that pullback to 65, those are opportunities to take advantage of. Can CTRM reclaim back to that $1? Of course it can. So even if you see there's some more pullbacks or maybe we continue to go through this correction that we're going through, I gave you guys the support areas and the resistance areas to be aware of. So whether it's a short-term opportunity or a long-term opportunity hit, you might be considering, you might want to do some dollar cost averaging, or maybe you were thinking about building a position but you wanted it, the pullback, the opportunity's there. It's something for you to consider. But with that, you know, it comes with the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So when you do invest, just know that you're doing it at your own risk. So as far as CTRM is concerned, I'm definitely looking forward to some upside movement. I know it can recover from where it's at right now. So if anyone is actually taking a look at it and you've been thinking, hey, you know what? I haven't built out a position. I'm trying to look for something. If you can get it in that 60 cent range or that 70 cent range, I'm telling you right now, you can't go wrong. We'll talk soon. Peace.